Cybersecurity is a complex and messy endeavor. There are many dangerous misconceptions that people and organizations hold that make security even harder to achieve. Let's tackle some of the more troublesome beliefs. Hopefully, this will spur more discussion, debate, and even disagreement. Because the more we communicate, share ideas, constructively confront challenges, and collaborate, the stronger and more secure we become as a community. There's a misconception that technology is inherently good or bad. And in reality, technology is just a tool. And it can be used for benefit or for malice. It really depends on how it's applied, abused, or even misused. It's interesting to note that both hacker and security tools, in many cases, are exactly the same thing. In fact, if you go back in history a little bit and take some examples, vulnerability scanners, originally developed by hackers so that they could inspect systems that they gain access to figure out what are the vulnerabilities so they can attack them. Well, that exact same technology, in some cases the exact same code, was picked up by the security professionals. And they too would scan systems to identify the vulnerabilities, not to hack them, but to actually go out and close the vulnerabilities. Same tool, same function, used for two different purposes. Now, back in the day, packet sniffers, Ethereal in fact, was originally developed as a network productivity tool to be able to understand and optimize the efficiency of networks. It was an IT tool. Well, hackers very quickly grabbed onto it because they wanted to inspect packets and actually look at the data and undermine that confidentiality. So again, technology is just a tool. It really depends on how you use it. And in some cases, it can be perceived as both good and bad simultaneously. Take encryption, for example. Encryption protects the confidentiality of information. And it is a widespread kind of tool that's used. Anytime you're logging in somewhere or you're securing data, right? Protecting your keys, your digital information, establishing a secure tunneling network, you're using encryption. It's very important. But do you know who uses encryption a lot? The attackers. Why? Because they also want to protect their data from authorities and from victims and from other attackers. They use it just as well. So again, technology isn't inherently good or bad. It's just a tool to be used. Now, this concept applies to future technology as well. So whether it be cloud or fifth generation telecommunications, autonomous vehicles, blockchain, artificial intelligence, or even quantum computing, it still remains true. All those technologies can be used for good, benign, wonderful things, but they can also be twisted, and they can be used by the attackers to undermine our confidentiality, availability, the integrity of our systems. So here's my advice. Be wary anytime somebody either vilifies technology or praises it as the next security game changer. Instead, consider how it could be used for good, for security, for protection, for new and innovative services. But also understand how attackers might use it for their benefit. In reality, tech is not good or bad, it's just a tool. And whether it's a benefit or a danger really depends on how it's being used. What are your thoughts? Please leave your comments below. And if you found this discussion valuable, please like this video or share it with others so they too may join in on the discussion and benefit from the collective insights. If you are interested in more cybersecurity aspects, follow me on LinkedIn and YouTube for upcoming videos and blogs on cybersecurity.